Oh,
A warning from Beijing, a response at sea, and live fire echoing around Taiwan for a second straight day. Taiwan releases footage of Coast Guard broadcasting warnings to Chinese vessels in its waters. This is not just military theater, it is a pressure campaign unfolding in real time across microphones, coastlines, and contested waters. As Washington downplays the drills, China escalates its message in words and weapons.
In response to the constant provocations from the Taiwan independent separatists and the extensive US arms sales being made to Taiwan, we must, without question, firmly oppose these actions and implement strong, effective countermeasures. This year marks the 80th anniversary of Taiwan's return to the motherland. Achieving the complete reunification of our motherland is about legally upholding the nation's sovereignty and its territorial integrity, and it is a historical mission that we are bound to complete. Any perverse actions that attempt to obstruct this great historical trend are inevitably doomed to fail. China and the United States must, on the basis of equality, mutual respect, and reciprocal benefit, find effective ways to address their respective concerns and explore the correct path for two major countries to coexist and interact.
Beijing wasted no time escalating its rhetoric. China's Foreign Minister Wang delivered a sharp warning, saying Beijing will forcefully counter U.S. arms sales to Taiwan. His remarks came as China's military launched a second day of live-fire drills around the self-ruled island, turning words into action. Speaking at a major foreign policy forum, Wang framed the drills as retaliation. He accused pro-independence forces in Taiwan and Washington's weapons transfers of crossing red lines. China, he said, is responding to what it calls continuous provocation.
oh,
Just over an hour after Wang's speech, China's military confirmed long-range live-fire drills north of Taiwan. Beijing again asserted its claim over the island, refusing to rule out force and warning that any attempt to block unification would fail. Wang invoked history, calling reunification a mission that must be completed. He described Taiwan's return to China as inevitable and framed resistance as defiance of historical momentum. Taipei responded swiftly. Taiwan's Coast Guard released footage showing crews issuing radio warnings to Chinese vessels operating near its waters, a visible assertion of control as drills unfolded offshore. Taiwan's foreign ministry condemned Beijing's actions, accusing China of normalizing intimidation and undermining regional stability. Officials warned the exercises raised the risk of miscalculation, not just for Taiwan, but for the Indo-Pacific. Officials also welcomed growing international support, pointing to statements from lawmakers abroad, backing peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Taipei insists maintaining the status quo remains a global consensus.
The Inter-Parliamentary Alliance on China, IPAC, issued a statement on December 30th condemning the Chinese Communist Party for attempting to normalize military intimidation and actively preparing for potential conflict. It not only drastically increases the risk of miscalculation, undermines cross-strait peace, and further threatens Indo-Pacific peace and global prosperity. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs welcomes and affirms IPAC's continued concrete actions to speak out for Taiwan and its emphasis to the international community on the importance of peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs reiterates that maintaining the status quo in the Taiwan Strait is already an international consensus and serves the important interests of all parties. But China adamantly persists in using military provocations and military exercises, among other tactics, to threaten Taiwan and its surrounding nations. This action not only challenges the principles of the UN Charter regarding the non-use of, threat of, or use of force, but also violates international norms As a responsible member of both the international community and the broader Indo-Pacific region, Taiwan will continue to deepen cooperation with the European Union and various like-minded European countries and friends, jointly safeguarding peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait and promoting a free and open Indo-Pacific region.
And uphold the international order that is firmly based on established rules.
On the ground, reactions were mixed. Some residents voiced concern about livelihoods disrupted by restricted waters and halted fishing. Others dismissed the drills as familiar posturing, background noise in a long standoff. Still, anxiety lingered. Several civilians warned that repeated exercises risk becoming something more, a gradual slide from drills to real conflict without warning. As missiles splash into the sea and patrols shadow one another, Beijing insists the drills are necessary. Taipei calls them illegal intimidation. And the gap between warning shots and something far worse remains dangerously thin.
I mean, everyone must be worried, right? Who wouldn't be worried, tell me? Of course we can't go out. Wherever it's forbidden, wherever we can't be seen, whatever the circumstances, it's sure to have an effect. It's directly related to the livelihood of the people, the concerns of the common folk.
Well, I don't think the effect of their intimidation is very significant for us, because it's not as if they've only been threatening us for a day or two. They've always been intimidating any country that poses a threat to them. Which one isn't it constantly trying to intimidate? This time, however, the cross-strait situation between our two sides has been continuously escalating and has remained under very tense circumstances. Well, actually, regarding these military drills, no matter the era, we must still trust our own defense capabilities. Beyond that, for our Taiwan Strait, many friendly nations will come to assist Taiwan. So I think the strong implication this time is that besides provocation, they also want to see where our bottom line is. What they're most worried about now is that during military exercises, everyone thinks it's just a drill. But what if it suddenly turns into a real war? Because it's a concept beyond military sovereignty. So sometimes we have no choice but to be on guard. So I believe we must still be self-reliant and strong. Our own national defense is very important.
It won't have too much of an impact yet, because in our daily lives, everyone is still moving around, right? So it doesn't mean there's still any impact. From our personal perspective, we still have to live as usual. No matter how we get through this period, if things go back to normal, we still have to live our own lives.
Well, no way, that's impossible. How could that be? Well, it's absolutely out of the question. It's just a bluff, that's all. Everyone's just scaring themselves, that's all. It's simply not going to happen. If he truly wants to attack Taiwan, he will also have to pay a heavy price. It's not like we'll just stand by and let him attack us without consequence, right?